This is Tom, the Lone Wolf Prepper. It is March 23rd, 2024. First off, I want to thank all the subscribers that have subscribed to my channel over the last few weeks. I really appreciate it. It's helped getting the word out. I do plan on going live eventually here in the next couple weeks, but first I got to go get some equipment. I'm not going to go live off my phone. I need to get everything I need to do it properly, microphone and all that stuff. And tomorrow's video is going to be on how they censor us on YouTube. The thing is, I get all this information now. Since my channel has grown, I get all this information now on views, everything you could think about on the video, okay? And all it does is point to shadow banning and censorship. Now, there's a lot of information I got to write down, but I got some videos that are having 100% watch rate. You know, they'll sit there and put them on the feed 8 times, and they'll get 8 views, and then it shuts down. Now, we all know what videos those are. And then I got other videos, 100%. I got a lot of them that are upper 80s. You know, most of my videos are over 50 if they put them on the feed. And then the other ones, like, I'll go over all this tomorrow, but the information's staggering what they give me. And it's so obvious. I mean, I'm sorry, YouTube, but I actually went to school during an age where teachers cared about our future, and I got a good education. I can read a graph. I can manipulate data and figure out what it really means. Anyway, so that'll be tomorrow's video. I don't want to go too much into that. But the big enchilada. Now illegals can take your home, and the homeowner's getting arrested. We all saw the video of the New York City lady that was getting arrested because she wanted to get the squatters, illegals out of her house. My question is, what she call the cops for? She should have called INS, right? They still exist and supposed to be doing the jobs, right? That's what she should have called. But now, I mean, one of our constitutional rights is we don't have to quarter soldiers. But now we got to quarter illegals and let them steal our property? I cannot honestly believe this is actually going on. Well, I mean, what do you say to that homeowner? I mean, the person's there illegally. Trespassing, breaking and entry. I mean, there's so many laws they're breaking besides being an illegal immigrant. And the lady gets arrested? And you got that piece of garbage on TikTok advertising basically, hey, come up here. Find an empty house, it's yours. Do a little work on it, get a bill saying you worked on it. And this is what happens. Well, you know, lesson learned here, that don't hire illegals to do work. I mean, pretty soon, the illegals working for some of these businesses, they're going to be taking over the business. And the business owner ain't going to be able to do nothing about it. That's one thing. You want to stop illegal immigration? Don't give them a job. Don't give them welfare. Don't give them health care. And throw them in jail. And anybody who hires an illegal, and I'll say this, you hire an illegal, that is about the most un-American thing you can do. And there's laws against that too. And you need to be punished to the full extent of the law because you're screwing over your neighbor just to sit there and put an extra couple pennies in your pocket. Selling America out. Squatting in people's houses and taking them over. Then you got a judge in Illinois that says they have Second Amendment rights. Well, they're trying to take ours, all of our constitutional rights. They're going to give them to illegals. Does anybody see where the average American is sitting on a totem pole in this country? Should be at top, right? And the government below us And the illegal shouldn't even be on that totem pole. Constitutional rights. That only applies to American citizens. Legal American citizens. That's who the Constitution protects. And when you're in another country and you break the law, guess what? The Constitution doesn't protect you there. Yeah, you go by their laws. The only problem in this country, we're not enforcing the laws. Oh, I should say we're not. The executive branch in our federal government's not. Treasonous dereliction of duty, pieces of crap. What's next week going to be? What's the next video we're going to see about what the illegals are doing? They're raping, they're killing our citizens, they're taking their homes, they're taking our God-given rights from us. We are being replaced. Completely. So, yeah, we need to do something about this. We need to organize. We need to drop our petty differences. All us patriots need to drop our petty differences with each other, just like they did in the Revolutionary War. Read some of their diaries and stuff. Back in then, they were all foreigners to each other. But the thing is, King George was treating them all the same, no matter how they felt. If Virginia was their country or Massachusetts was their country, King George was treating them all the same. That's what brought them together, the tyranny they were under. But they basically thought they were from different countries. It's the United States of America. So, we just drop our petty differences. We need to focus on the main goal. Right now, our federal government is destroying America, allowing an invasion from a foreign enemy. I tell you what, that guy on TikTok running his mouth, he needs to come out here once. But we need to have infrastructure set up for when that leader comes, that George Washington comes to lead us. Somebody with good moral character. Isn't perfect, but you know what? Loves God, cares about his American citizen at least as much as he cares about himself, and is willing to sacrifice for his American citizen, his fellow American citizen. I don't know how this is all going to end. Well, I should say, I know how it's all going to end. We will prevail. The light will always overcome the dark. But they're not going to stop pushing. Tyrants never change. If Hitler would have won World War II, do you think he would have stopped there? I have a hard time concerning myself with stuff that's happening over the oceans. When I got so much that's affecting my life and other people's lives that I care about, and all American lives, I could not imagine losing one of my daughters to an illegal that wasn't even supposed to be here. These politicians need to be held accountable. When this all ends, these politicians need to be held accountable. And if this all goes through the election and Trump actually does get in, and all this is, it can be settled, I better see orange jumpsuits. But he gets in. Do you think the border's he says he's going to close the border. What? So only 10,000 a day can get through? Is your taxes going to drop? Is the wars going to stop? Is the debt going to go down? I know that's not going to happen. He added plenty to that. We got to stop relying on politicians to save us. Look in the mirror, become the best person you can be, And eventually, with enough people looking in the mirror, being the best people they can be, the leader will come out of that. But it's not going to be somebody in our political system now. Not one of them. They don't understand what us Americans are going through. They're gated communities. They're fenced in houses and stuff. They're children with security. Like I say, where do you think the American people rate on the totem pole of the United States? And where do we need to be? Well, it's time to dig in our heels, put on those old spikes, and start climbing that pole. We need to be just as determined as they are. They will not stop until we're in the showers. That's where this will all end with us, that this goes full circle with them. It'll be the Holocaust of the American citizen all over again, or anybody who disagrees with them. Now, do you think it's worth standing up now before we got to get to that? I'm ready. I'm so ready. You know, I'm sick of standing by to stand by like we always were told in the service. Stand by to stand by. We ain't quite ready to go yet. Well, all of us were amped. You know, like a racehorse before his race. How that horse just amped up, ready to go. Become that racehorse. Fight for what's right. Protect your neighbors. You know, when the ATF went and shot another guy this week over, well, whatever, 6 o'clock in the morning, no-knock raids, you know, and people get killed. You know, a person thereafter that gets killed. I don't understand how 13 guys or whatever they had there can go in there against one person and the person ends up dead. You know, when did all that stuff start anyway? Anybody remember? Anybody remember our first visual of the FBI shooting somebody down in the snow because he wanted to sit in his chair with his gun and basically flip the finger at the federal government? Remember Lavoy Finnegan? That's going to be righted too when all this goes down. It's time to take our country back. We don't have a choice anymore. The illegals our invading enemy is taking over, and our domestic enemy, the federal government's allowing it, encouraging it, and slapping us the hell down. So, time to sit there and put your big boy britches on, everybody, because the time is coming. So get organized. Talk to your neighbors, militia groups. Drop your differences. Get organized. We need to band together. Together, we will stand against this force. And I don't care what color you are, nationality, religion, or any of that. It doesn't matter to me. If you believe in freedom, liberty, the pursuit of happiness, and whatever your Lord's God-given rights are, and want to peacefully coexist, you're on my side. You want to rule people, steal from them, shoot them down in the street, take their homes, kill their children, and do nothing about it, basically say it's our fault? I have no time for you. The split has happened. It's time to choose sides. And the side you choose, either left or right, get organized. And then when the time comes time to act, then we all need to act. Stand together. Stand together. If they can't break us up and we're one welded wedge against them, you know, we can defeat them. And that's another thing. if the FBI or ATF or whoever shows up on your block to mess with one of your neighbors, everybody needs to get their Second Amendment little tools out and surround all these morons. Get like 3,000 people armed to surround them and kick them the hell out of your neighborhood. The last thing a growing neighborhood needs is the government in there shooting its citizens down. And you're supposed to worry about the gangs, right? Well, I don't know how many gangs do no-knock raids at 6 in the morning and shoot you down. Yeah, I'm a little excited today. I'm seeing my country fall apart. And I'm told I'm supposed to tolerate this crap. I don't think so. You know, I always say, truth, justice, and the American way, right? Superman used to say that. What would Superman be told today? Sit in the corner and be tolerant. Anyway, this Lone Wolf Prepper, out.